Hi there everybody and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. It's another Facebook Live pub quiz night and we're on episode 59 now. Looking forward to seeing who's going to be joining us today for another quiz. The subjects we're going to be doing are right up here as per usual. So 3 quiz rounds for the evening, followed by a picture round which will be posted separately over on this Facebook page very soon after we finish. It's already scheduled to post at 9:30, which I tend to try and automate before I start the show. Hope you're all doing well. Do get in the comments. I'll be with you, talking to you properly in just a moment. I need to do my usual thing though for now, and that is to share the link to everybody. So I'll be just doing that quickly while we wait for people to join. The first questions will be at about 8 o'clock. We normally start a little bit early to welcome people. So if you are watching a repeat of this, feel free to skip ahead about 10 minutes while I waffle on a bit and get to know everybody that's watching. And yeah, we'll start the quiz at about 8 o'clock. First round, TV and films. And yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. We had a Patreon quiz last week, which we always do at the end of every month. So that means that it's not on Facebook Live. And so it means I wasn't here to host a quiz for you, but I am back again this week and looking forward to seeing how we're all doing. I've received a few messages from people that sadly can't be with us this evening. But we'll be sending our best wishes and love to them later on this evening. Good evening to Luke. Thank you for being here as always. I hope you're doing well. That's the first one I've just seen, and I'm going to start sharing that link out there now. If while you're watching this and waiting for the quiz to start, you wouldn't mind too much, please do tap that share button, give the video a like, do all that good stuff, please, because it all helps spread the audience that the quiz is in front of. And just adds to the potential audience that we could be reaching and welcoming to this pub quiz. So I'm just sharing that link out there now to all the places I usually post it, and we shall see where that gets us. Right, and I'm in the comments. Hi to Diva, hi to Sarah, hi to Jew, and half a dozen. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late starting. We've just a bit of a mad day today. So I was a little bit late starting, but we're still starting before 8 o'clock, which is what we try and do. How are we all doing? Lots of different things to talk about as well this evening. Lots of different things to talk about. So plenty of waffle on tonight, which is what I like to say about all the chat we have in between the questions. Not everybody likes that. A lot of you just here for the quiz. But hey, let's have a bit of a conversation with you all. So do get in the comments as well. And welcome to everybody that's joined us nice and early before we start at 8 o'clock with our first round. So what's been going on? Well, it was a very sad day today. Very sad. I mean, it started off great, for me at least. Fine, nothing wrong with today at all. And then the news broke about Captain Tom. Very, very sad news to hear that he passed. So I'm sure we'll be mentioning it throughout the evening. Somebody that has done so much for so many, more than he'll ever have realised, I'm sure. An incredible human being. So yeah, just want to be mindful of that this evening, really. And just, you know, that's on my mind. Though I know lots of people donated for the walk that he did. Don't look to start the show off on a sad note, but it was something that happened today. So, and we might end up talking about it a little bit more later on in the show. But we've also got lots of happy stuff to talk about too. So it's okay. Anybody else want to say hello in the comments before we start? 6 minutes time, and another month has begun for Patreons as well. If you are a Patreon member, all your rewards are now due again for another month, so feel free to get in touch. I've called out for it as well in a couple of other places today. So do feel free to reach out and let me know if you'd like your own quiz rounds, quiz questions on any subjects. Just let me know if you want your own little quiz posted on Lima, which started up again yesterday. Very excited to start that back up again. Excuse me. So yeah, there's lots going on, but Patreons, do get in touch and let me know what subjects you'd like covered this month. And that includes on this live show you're watching now. If you're interested in getting your own quiz questions, your own quiz rounds on whatever subjects you like, then please do check out the patreon.com/bigquiznightInsight. Link can be found behind Linktree, which is in my description of every video that I post. Good evening to Jan. The news on Captain Tom also reached Poland. Sad news indeed. Wow. Yeah, I think news of what he achieved in the latter part of his life has definitely spread further afield than the UK, it seems. So yeah, that's lovely to hear, mate. It is sad news. Good evening to Team Bath. Hello to Jenny. Hope you're both doing well. Nicholas says good evening all. Let's get Quizzicolor here. Wonderful stuff. And who else is in the comments? Let's have a look. Nobody else right now. Okay. But we do have lots of different things to talk about this evening, so I'll be looking forward to catching up with you all, especially those who weren't on the Patreon quiz last week, because it's been a couple of weeks since I've spoken to you. So do let me know. And yeah, it's we won't be having Devises Uno this evening. Tony's got in touch to say Tuesday nights aren't going to work for her anymore, or for the foreseeable, which is really sad, because it's a shame. We like having Tony on the quizzes. But she did get in touch to let me know, as I'm sure some of you would have seen in the top fan group as well. Was it the Patreon group? One of the others she messaged anyway. So we're very sorry to hear that. Hope you can still catch up with the quizzes though. And if you are watching again, make sure you say hello in the comments and let me know that you're getting involved. And that goes to anybody that's watching a repeat of this. If you're watching right now and it's not live, it's not the 2nd of January, Tuesday night, then please do just leave a comment. Let me know how you get on throughout the quiz. I'd love to know. Please do that. So yeah, keep those likes coming in. That's all good as well, guys. 4 more minutes to go till 8 o'clock, and then we'll make a start. We got some other... Oh, I hate to go all negative. I feel like I've got a load of sad news in amongst all the good news, but I just want to fill this space with some important things to tell you, and then the rest of it is all just general chat about quiz stuff. But I heard from Tracy as well, which some of you will have seen in the top fan group. Tracy's a regular. Her and her partner join every week without fail normally. I don't know if she's going to be joining this evening, but she has recently tested positive for COVID. So there's devastating news. She was a key worker. She works in a nursery, as does my wife as well. So it's got me thinking and worrying about my wife now, and hoping even more than I normally would, hearing that her nursery's been affected. And now, you know, it's making me think even more about my wife and her work situation, because it's the same as Tracy, from what it sounds. And they have had some cases occasionally, or some worries in the past, but thankfully nothing there yet. But anyway, we send our best wishes to Tracy and her partner, and really hope that you can recover and be with us live soon and be fighting fit again. Hello to Eric, Blackpool Bar Stewards assembling, and Vernier, thank you for getting in the comments and saying hello. Hope you're doing great too. If I keep looking down here, I don't normally do that, but my phone is flipped up the other way, so the camera is up there now, and I've got to keep looking at there, and I've done that for my own reasons tonight, but I keep looking down here because it's normally there, and now it's there. So, yeah, if I keep looking in odd places today, I'm a little bit off-put by the fact that the camera is that way round. Don't ask me why, I won't go into it. But good evening to you all, and I hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in to the Big Quiz Night In. TV and films is our first quiz round. You don't need to submit any answers to me. All you do is make a note of them your side and mark your own answers when I give you what the answers are. You can let me know in the comments how well you do. We like to celebrate with those who do well with the quiz rounds and commiserate with those who don't do quite so well. But the key thing is here, you're just joining in the community, having a chat in the comments if you like, and having some fun and a bit of escapism from that real world out there. That's why I do these things. For those who are brand new to this whole channel, I've been a pub quiz host for longer than I care to count. And I'm not even feel that old, but yeah, man, 17, 18 years, I think. Long time I've been hosting pub quizzes, and they've moved online due to the pandemic. I'm normally at the King's Head and Bell in Abingdon, South Oxfordshire. I would say South Oxfordshire, but you're not quite South Oxfordshire, Abingdon. That's where I live, though. So yeah, that's where that come about. You'll see me sharing lots about the pub that I work at when allowed in the pub on the page. Hi to James, welcome along. Another Patreon's here as well. That's great. Glad you could join us. If you would like any, and in general, anybody, if you would like any free quiz stuff, I've been sharing it, and ever since this started, I've been sharing this on my Instagram and on my Twitter and on Lima, and there's loads of picture rounds here as well. So if you ever just want something to do for a family occasion or anything like that, just have a look through previous posts and the galleries on this page, and click the link in the description of this video. Honestly, there's so much free quiz stuff out there, and you can just help yourself to it. The answers are in the comments. Go nuts, honestly. Share it with your friends and family. There's a lot of sites out there that will try and rob you out of all your money just for the sake of a few little fun quiz questions. If I've already posted it out there, help yourself, okay? It's just there. So make the most of it, and just leave a comment and let me know that you're enjoying this kind of content. GeForce are in the house. Hello to Alison. I hope you are both doing well. I think that's Maddie as well that's joining. And we are now at 8 o'clock. I'm going straight into TV and films tonight. TV and films is round number 1. So as I said before, all you need to do is make a note of your answers. And once you've done that, we'll go through any repeats that you'd have at the end of the round. There are 15 questions in all 3 quiz rounds we're doing this evening. And once we've done those repeats, we'll go through the answers and you can mark them off and see how well you did. Keep chatting in the comments though. I would love to keep that conversation going. So, TV and films is round number 1 starting now. Good evening to Dave. Hope you and Teresa are doing well. Chris says hello from freezing Blackpool. I feel bad actually. We've actually had some nice weather today. It's raining, I think. Well, it was raining later evening, but the kids were outside playing over their lunch break here, and it was like quite warm almost. Didn't even need a coat out there. So that was quite nice, at least. But yeah, sorry to hear it's freezing in Blackpool. Right, let's crack on, shall we? TV and films. Question number 1. Which celebrity chef is the current host of Family Fortunes? Which celebrity chef is the current host of Family Fortunes? That's question number 1. No, I'm afraid we don't have Abby. My daughter won't be joining us this evening, no. Despite having a lovely lunch break, it wasn't a great day school-wise. Schooling from home can sometimes be pretty tough on everybody. So yeah, Abby will not be joining us this evening. She's alright, don't get me wrong, she's alright, but it wasn't the best of days for us, so thought it best that she gets to bed early tonight. Unfortunately. She's got a good question lined up. She's got a great question lined up for you all. She normally kicks off the show with a question of her own, and she's come up with a really good one based on what she's learning about at the minute. But tonight's not the night for that. So yeah, I'll pass on any messages you have for her, of course, as always. Question number 2 in TV and films. Who currently plays the Marvel superhero Wanda Maximoff, or the Scarlet Witch, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? So for the Marvel films and TV shows on Disney Plus now, who currently plays the Marvel superhero Wanda Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That is question 2. Yeah, we do have quite a few different things to talk about though this evening. Move on to them as we go. Jan says 1 point for each letter in her name and surname. 1 point for her name and surname. No. For question 2, you get 1 point if you get the full name correct. That's how that question works. Always appreciate people clarifying these things, even if it is cheeky to do so with certain questions. But that is, just like question 1, it's 1 point for the full name. Question number 3, though, is for 3 points. Put these Disney animated films into the correct order, with the earliest released first: The Incredibles, Tangled, and Ratatouille. Put these Disney animated films into the correct order, with the earliest release first: The Incredibles, Tangled, and Ratatouille. So you get 3 points if they are in the exact correct order. Okay, just keeping an eye on the comments there. Incredibles, Ratatouille and Tangled, please put them in the correct order, with the earliest released first. Right, question number 4 is for 2 points. Which British actors currently play Doctor Strange and Loki for Marvel? It's another Marvel question. Another one for you. Hope you like your Marvel films. Sorry if you don't. Which British actors currently play Doctor Strange and Loki for Marvel? 1 point for each there again. Yes. Been an interesting week, I have to say. Earlier this week, I was sat right here working away for my day job, as I normally would be, occasionally having calls on camera, chatting away to people. And I explained this to Patreons at the quiz last week, that I was chatting away to people, and all of a sudden my chair, my office chair, decided to break. And I slowly lowered down on camera, right as I was talking to everybody. And it would not go back up. So the chair is now right here waiting to go back to the office to be repaired because it's too expensive, they say, and they don't want these ones, which I stole from the office anyway, they don't want these ones to be thrown away if they can try and repair them. So yeah, that was fun. Now I've sat on something else which is nowhere near as comfortable. So excuse me if I shift around a lot this evening. I'm trying to get a new one sorted. But yeah, straight all the way down whilst chatting to people. It was funny, but at the same time I'm a bit frustrated about that. Just thought I'd let you know for a laugh. Question 5 now. According to their TV ad, which was the world's favourite airline? According to their TV ad, which was the world's favourite airline? That is question 5. The world's favourite airline. Question number 6 is for 3 more points. Question 6 is about everybody's favourite subject. I say that sarcastically. It's about Harry Potter. So for 3 points, which actors played Professor Gilderoy Lockhart, Professor Phileas Flitwick, and Professor Minerva McGonagall in the Harry Potter films? 1 point for each. Jan says, if you still work where we work together, then yep, these chairs were very comfy. Well, Jan, yeah, this is the thing. I haven't just got one of the normal office chairs. There's a few that they brought in, which were much nicer. And unfortunately, they didn't have the budget to buy in them for more people. So when the pandemic hit, they said, make sure you take an office chair with you. I didn't take my one. But then I needed a better one for my back anyway. So they were going to get me one. I just took one preemptively. So, you know, and then unfortunately, almost a year later, it's broken. So, but yes, it is the same place. All right, question 7 now. Question number 7. Which TV series came first? Was it Frasier or Friends? Which TV series came first between Frasier and Friends? That is question number 7. Yeah, James, sending best wishes to Tracy. Absolutely, mate. Yeah, we all are. Very sad that she can't join us and that she's got tested positive for COVID. That is devastating news for anybody. Yeah. Still, she did say she'll try and catch up and watch this back at some point. So I'm sure if we put some nice messages in, and keep hitting that like and that love emoji reaction button, she will know that we are all thinking of her. Right, question number 8 now. What were the titles of the second films released to feature Austin Powers, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley? What were the titles of the second films released to feature Austin Powers, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley? That is question number 8 for 3 points. Yeah, Maddie says either deja vu or we've had these questions before. I think some of them we have. Yeah, you're right. Some of them we definitely have. Not all of them, though. Some of them we definitely have. Let me just hold on. Let me just check which one we're on. Sometimes I get sent 2 versions for different venues of the quizzes, and I think this is one with more on that we've used before than usual. So let me just have a look at this. Hold on. Yeah, from 4. Yeah. Alright, give me a moment. I can switch it up, it's fine. We can do this. It's fine. The round wasn't changed up enough, was it? Modified, right. Okay, and we were reading from this one. So let me just open up the next one instead and we'll carry on from there. Oh, yeah, okay. That's why. That's why. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go to the next one instead, shall we? I'm glad you guys picked up on that, I tell you. Right, okay. Here's the other one. Where do we get to? Question number... I'm sure some of you remember those. Anyway, question number 9. Right, let's go to question number 9. Do it that way. Question 9. Right. Which martial artist was the star of the 1988 film called Bloodsport? Was it Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or another man? If you think it was another man, you can literally just put that. You don't have to work out who it was. Which martial artist was the star of the 1988 film called Bloodsport? Was it Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or another man? For 1 point, who was the star of that movie? Question number 10 now for 3 more points. Question 10. In which popular UK police dramas can you first meet the police officers named D.S. Ellie Miller, D.I. Jack Mooney, and Sergeant Catherine Kaywood? Or Carwood? Kaywood? Kaywood. Question 10. In which popular US police dramas can you first meet the police officers named D.S. Ellie Miller, D.I. Jack Mooney, and Sergeant Catherine Kaywood? 1 point for each. Those are 3 different UK police dramas. Oh, Maddie says, still don't know all the superhero answers though. This is it, isn't it? Sometimes, if the trivia isn't something that also piques your interest, in one ear, out the other, and you won't remember it. So don't worry. Don't worry. I was listening, random segue, but I was listening to some songs the other day on a radio station, and I hadn't heard them in a long time. And I found myself singing along, knowing all the words, even though I hadn't heard them since I was a kid. I knew all the words, and I'm thinking to myself, how is it I can remember the words to these songs? But you asked me to sit and help my daughter with her maths work, and I'm looking at it going, what? It's like, this is primary school maths. She's 9. And some things I'm like, what is that again? Yeah. You can remember all these lyrics and random pub quiz trivia. But when it comes to really important, interesting things like that, nope. Oh dear. Question 11 for you now. Question 11. Name the only female driver in the wacky races. Name the only female driver in the wacky races. That is question 11. Just in case that wasn't obvious for question 10, it was UK police dramas. Thank you for clarifying, for checking with me there, Amanda. But yes, I did say UK police dramas, at least on the repeat of that question. And then, yeah, question 11, name the only female driver in the wacky races. Question 12 now, question 12. In which 3 films does Eddie Murphy first play a donkey, a dragon, and an alien? 1 point for each. In which 3 films does Eddie Murphy first play a donkey, a dragon, and an alien? For 3 points. 1 for each. Eddie Murphy. I'll say that again. In which 3 films does Eddie Murphy first play a donkey, a dragon, and an alien? That's question 12. Question 13. Ian McKellen has played the wizard Gandalf in how many Middle-earth films? Ian McKellen has played the wizard Gandalf in how many Middle-earth films? Must do a rewatch of some of those. Been talking to Chrissy about it for a while now. Need to do that at some point. But in how many films of the Middle-earth series does Ian McKellen play the wizard Gandalf? Question 14 now is for 3 more points. What were Dr. Watson, Professor Moriarty, and Inspector Lestrade's first names according to BBC TV's Sherlock? What were Dr. Watson, Professor Moriarty, and Inspector Lestrade's first names in BBC TV's Sherlock? 1 point for each. Do we count the bloopers videos on YouTube? Jan says. Oh, okay. For question 13, is there more that he's done there? I don't know. But no. Funny, but no. Just, yeah, for Gandalf, you mean, yeah. It's just the main theatrically released films, we shall say. Question 15. This is the final question, so let me know if you need any repeats. Question 15. Put these horror movie franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. This is going to be, pardon the pun, a wild stab in the dark with this one. Put these horror movie franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, and Halloween. You don't need to tell me how much you think they grossed, but just put them in order with the most money grossed at the box office first. Plenty of films in each of those franchises. And some of them have more reportedly on the way. Amanda says, best pun ever. Thank you. I'm here every week. I'm glad someone appreciated my awful jokes. Amount of times you see me, honestly, if you're around here at any time, you see me laughing away at my own jokes all the time. Chrissy will tell you, I do. Somebody's got to. Okay. Any repeats for that round, let me know. It's kind of half and half, really, for those who were watching 2 weeks ago when we did this, the first part of this round at least. So, yeah, let me know. If we have time at the end, maybe I'll throw in some bonus questions for those who want to hang around so we can do the rest of that round, because we only did the second half of it there. Loving the comments, guys. Keep them coming in, please. Any more repeats for that round, let me know, because I'm going to start going through the answers. Right, question number 8 was, what were the titles of the second films released to feature Austin Powers, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley? That was one from last time. What were the titles of the second films released to feature Austin Powers, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley? Whilst I wait to see if any more repeats want to come in, have you noticed, regular viewers will have already, I'm sure, this box right down here? If you would like a Big Quiz Night in branded notebook, that's with that branding right there, I've still got some available. £8 delivered, mainland UK. Beautiful notebook, glossy cover. You can have it for £8 delivered. There's also a merch link in Linktree as well if you're interested in anything else. You want a hoodie, a t-shirt, loads of different stuff. It's all there. Stay tuned for information on the next sale that will be happening on that page. The free delivery one finished, I think, at the end of the month. But there's normally at least one a month. So do stay tuned. But those ones you can have £8 delivered separately whenever you like. No more repeats have come in, so I'm going to read to you the answers now, guys. Mark your own and submit your scores in the comments along with your team name. Oh, Jan says, my wife stole my notebook and she loves it. I still can't believe it made it all the way to Poland in one piece. That's amazing. I mean, it took its sweet time, but it did get there. Incredible. I'm glad she likes it. You have to buy another one if you want your own, mate. I can send another one over, it's fine. We'll do the same deal as before. Okay, so let's do the answers. Question number 1, the celebrity chef that's the current host of Family Fortunes is Gino D'Acampo. Gino D'Acampo. Oh, Diva says, I ordered my merch with free delivery. Yes, I saw. Well done. Thank you for that. You've got in just in time when the free delivery deal was on through the merch store. That's not where the books come from. The books come from me directly. I order them separately. But the merch store does occasionally have free delivery, which is a stark change from what they were trying to charge at the start of the year. when they claim to be having problems with that. But now it's fine. Question 2. Who currently play the Marvel superhero Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, in the MCU? It is Elizabeth Olsen. WandaVision on Disney Plus right now as a series that's set just after Endgame, and it's fantastic. No spoilers. Question 3. Put these Disney animated films into the correct order with the earliest released first. They were... The 3 you had to choose from was The Incredibles, Tangled and Ratatouille. So in the order with the earliest release first, Incredibles was in 2005, Ratatouille was then in 2007, and Tangled was in 2010. So 3 points if you got that right in that order. Question 4. The British actors that currently play Doctor Strange and Loki for Marvel: Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange, and Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki. Question 5. According to their TV ad, which was the world's favourite airline? That was British Airways. Question 6. Which actors played Professor Gilderoy Lockhart, Professor Phileas Flitwick, and Professor Minerva McGonagall in the Harry Potter films? It's Kenneth Branagh, Warwick Davis, and Maggie Smith for 3 points again. Question 7. Which TV series came first, Frasier or Friends? With 1993 compared to 94, Frasier was first. Question 8. What were the titles of the second films released to feature Austin Powers, Sarah Connor, and Ellen Ripley? They are The Spy Who Shagged Me, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and Aliens. Okay, now we go over to the second half of the other round. Right, so question number 9. The martial artist that starred in the 1988 film called Bloodsport was Jean-Claude Van Damme. Brilliant film if you like your martial arts movies. I know I do, and I love that one. Question 10. In which popular UK police dramas could you first meet the police officers named D.S. Ellie Miller, D.I. Jack Mooney, and Sergeant Catherine Kaywood? Ellie Miller is from Broadchurch, that series with David Tennant, which again was brilliant. D.I. Jack Mooney is in Death in Paradise. I've heard good things about that, but I never actually watched it. Or haven't watched it yet. And Sergeant Catherine Kaywood is from Happy Valley. Question 11. Name the only female driver in the Wacky Races. That is Penelope Pitstop. Question 12. In which 3 films does Eddie Murphy first play a donkey, a dragon, and an alien? He plays donkey in Shrek. He plays a dragon in Mulan, the animated original version, not the live action one. I think they just wrote that character out in that one. I haven't seen it yet, but I think that's what happened. And he plays an alien in Meet Dave. Anybody seen that? I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it. Question 13. Ian McKellen has played the wizard Gandalf in how many Middle-earth films? It's been 6 films. The 3 Lord of the Rings films and the 3 Hobbit films. Question 14. What were Dr. Watson, Professor Moriarty, and Inspector Lestrade's first names in BBC TV's Sherlock? They are Dr. John Watson, Professor James Moriarty, and it is, Inspector Greg Lestrade. So, John, James, and Greg. Nope. Yeah, Meet Dave. No, never seen it. Okay, your last question. Put these horror movie franchises into the correct order with the most money grossed first. I'm starting to smile because I'm remembering my own joke again. The correct order: in first place, most money grossed first, Halloween with $618 million. Then it's Friday the 13th with $468 million. And finally, therefore, Nightmare on Elm Street with $448 million. So yeah, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and then Nightmare on Elm Street for 3 points. Jan says, can I have a point for Jim Moriarty? Yeah, Jim is short for James, and I'm sure he's called that at some point. So yes, Jim's short for James, so that's fine. Give yourself a point. An additional point for second name of Dr. John Watson. Hamish, no. Just the first names. That's all I asked for. Nicknames of first names is fine if that was the case, but no. Don't push your luck. Certainly wouldn't get that in the pub if we were there. All right. Let me move on to the next round, but let me know in the comments now how well you scored, along with your pub quiz team names if you've got them. And some of those scores are coming in now, so we shall have a look at those in a moment. I just want to make sure, yes, we are going to definitely do the potluck round that I have for this week, not the one I had previously. Don't you worry, we're not doing a repeat of the potluck round. Team names and scores coming in fast. So we have 21 points for Blackpool Bar Stewards. Good score there. Jenny says Team Bath have got themselves 18 points. Diva's got 15 points. Gabby's got 24 points. Excellent score there. Dave's got 13 points. Dave and Teresa, well done. Or is it just Dave? Is it Dave and Teresa now or just Dave? I don't know. You haven't said yet, I don't think. Nicholas says 24 for Let's Get Quizzical. Another great score. Royal House of Black have got 20. 19 points for Jan. Great score again. I'm not sure how many others we're going to have today. If you missed me say this earlier on, we have not got Devises Uno for Tuesdays going forward, or Devises Duo, or Devises Trio, as they sometimes were. Tuesday nights, for some reason, is no good for Tony anymore, which is really sad. Hopefully that's not as long-term. You never know. We may end up changing the quiz night entirely at some point, so maybe it'll be fine again in the future. But for now, it's staying on Tuesday nights. And if you can't be here live, I hope you can watch along at another time and let me know if you do. G-Force, 24 points. Yeah, so you would have known some of the answers, but I did do the second half of that quiz round, which is from a completely different quiz round that you would have had next week had we not established that I was repeating myself. So yeah, that's still good scores all around. Well done, guys. Right, yes, and Teresa and Jay, the grand boy, didn't have his best film round. That's all right. Still a good effort, guys. It's a good effort. 19 points for Luke, 13 for half a dozen. Well done, everybody there. Any more for any more, I will still call them out, even if I have moved on. Do put your scores in the comments. The next round, then, as advertised up there, is the potluck round. So this is a complete general knowledge round. 15 questions again, 1 point for each correct answer, unless otherwise stated. So let's get that going. And I'm also going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to share a link with you. That's what I'm going to do. Just to remind everybody, I am still supporting Secret Santa 365. If you do know anybody that has a laptop or a tablet that they fancy donating, an old one that could be refurbished and passed on to children that need it during these times, please do get in touch using the link I've just posted in the comments for Secret Santa 365, particularly for those of you who live in the Oxfordshire area. They have people who can refurbish them and get them fit and ready to be given to needy children so they can learn from home. So they've been doing really well with that, but they will obviously continue to need it. It's called Laptops for Learners, what they're doing at the moment. So if you've got anything like that, or you know anybody that's got one thinking, oh, I've got this laptop, I don't know what to do with it, I don't know if I should get rid of it or chuck it or what, well, there's a good cause for you right there. And I know at some point when I upgrade this laptop here, my other one, which I'm saving towards, that one will be going that way too if it's still going to be in need, which it probably will be. Suzanne's just posted to say Sue and James have got 23 points. Excellent score. Well done. Thank you for playing. All right, let's go on to potluck, shall we? Plenty more to talk about, but we want to move on to the potluck round. So here we go. General knowledge, potluck. Question number 1 is for 2 points. Which flavour of Heinz soups were the 2 best sellers in the UK last year? So 2020. This is a brand new quiz round, so we are talking about 2020 when we say last year. Which flavour of Heinz soups were the 2 best sellers in the UK last year? You get 1 point for each, 2 points available. The other thing you can do if you wanted to, you don't have to donate a laptop to Secret Santa, but you could throw some money their way if you fancy donating. Again, I'm not charging any money for this. People can donate to me if they want to. You know how to do that. The link's in the description. But there is also that option. If you'd rather give to charity, you absolutely can do that. And all that money goes to a good cause if you put it towards Secret Santa 365. Question number 2. The eruption of which volcano devastated the city of Pompeii in AD 79? The eruption of which volcano devastated the city of Pompeii in AD 79? What was the name of the volcano? Question number 3 now is for 3 points. What did the abbreviation BNP mean to John Tyndall? What did the abbreviation BNP mean to John Tyndall? Yeah, I'm not going to comment on that. You know what I said. BNP. What did that abbreviation mean to John Tyndall? You do get 1 point for each correct word on that one. Okay. We don't have any Patreon quiz rounds this evening. Sometimes I do, as I mentioned before, rounds that patrons have chosen. We don't have any of those, but I will still be doing Patreon shout-outs, which I do randomly for a couple of my Patreons every show to say thank you publicly. So we'll be doing that in a minute. Give a shout-out to a couple of you. Next question is question number 4 in this general knowledge round. How did James Bond like his vodka martini? How did James Bond... I'm going to say, how did James Bond traditionally like his vodka martini on film? Because there was one point in one of the Daniel Craig Bond films where he says, "Does it look like I give a?" when he's asked how he would like his drink, because sometimes he just doesn't care, which is quite amusing, I thought, when I saw that clip the other day. But traditionally, how does James Bond take his vodka martini? Okay, I will spell it phonetically for you. Bravo, November, Papa for the BNP question. N for November, but obviously that's a phonetic spelling, not the real answer. Question number 5 now. Is a New Zealand cooney coon a type of dog, a pig, or a cheese? Is a New Zealand coon, or cooney coon, K-U-N-E, all one word. Is that a type of dog, pig, or cheese? I will put that in the comments so you can see how it's worded. But what is that? It's from New Zealand, but is it a dog, a pig, or a cheese? Choose one, please. No worries, Amanda. Always happy to clarify in the comments if you need. Yes, so choose one there for coon. Is it a dog, a pig, or a cheese? And then we'll move on to question number 6 in just a moment. The other thing I posted recently was a choose your pub quiz team meme, I guess you would call it. I shared it everywhere. If you haven't seen it yet, just go back through my posts. I was quite proud of it. Maybe you don't watch a lot of Eggheads or The Chase or anything like that, like I might do from time to time, but it's quite funny choosing the best people to make your quiz team. But you've got a stipulation there you have to pay attention to. A nice graphic I put together for that. Something fun. Go back through my posts and have a look at that. Nice to see some comments on there picking your quiz teams. Question number 6 now. Question 6. What are the names of the voice-activated personal assistants that are made by Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft? What are the names of the voice-activated personal assistants that are made by Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft? I'm expecting to set off some of them in your own homes when I read out the answers. I don't think I'll be setting off any in this house, though. But certainly one of them may affect you all if you have those devices, so be warned. What are the names of the voice-activated personal assistants made by Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft? All right. Yeah, for 3 points. Question 7 now. Question number 7. What does the French phrase raison d'être mean in English? What does the French phrase raison d'être mean in English? We don't often do questions along those lines. Different translations of popular phrases in other languages, I guess. Interesting one though, if you didn't know the answer. What does the French phrase raison d'être mean in English? Okay, question number 8 is for 3 more points. Which cities are the capitals of Australia, Canada, and Switzerland? Which cities are the capitals of Australia, Canada, and Switzerland? For 3 points. 1 point for each. I'll let you think about that for a moment. Okay, Dave, you want question 6 repeated? Then I shall do that at the end. Once we get through to the end of the round, I'll repeat question 6 for you. That's no problem. Along with any other repeats people would like. Okay, next question then is question number 9. Who were the last 3 British Prime Ministers to attend Oxford University? Who were the last 3 British Prime Ministers to attend Oxford University? 1 point for each again. The last 3 to attend Oxford. Plenty of multiple point questions in this round again. Normally is for a potluck round. Normally is. Okay, you'll get a bit of thinking time at the end of the round as we do some repeats as always. Question 10 now, question number 10. What was Marilyn Monroe's real first name? What was Marilyn Monroe's real first name? Question 11 is for 3 points again. In fact, all the remaining questions are 3-pointers. So, question 11. Which roads were a UK hit single for Chris Rea, Elton John, and Talking Heads? Which roads were UK hit singles for Chris Rea, Elton John, and Talking Heads? 3 different roads. You get 1 point for each. My little quiz has started up again. Thank you for those of you who've been listening into that. It's an audio-only quiz that I share. You can see the link again shared on my Twitter feed, Top Fan Facebook group, and sometimes I share them on the main Facebook page as well. But those are the main places if you're not on Lima directly where I record it. But yeah, season 5. So it's a very quick audio quiz. Give it a listen, see how well you do at any time. Always like to know how well you're doing in the comments with those as well. It's great to be back on that with a new series. Very exciting. The production value, I guess you could call it, the production value of the episodes has gone up because I've now got theme music and all sorts in it, which has been so much fun putting together. I'm doing it more for my own benefit than for the quiz itself. It's just great fun doing that. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope the music doesn't get too annoying for you. Maybe I won't do it for every episode, we'll see. Alright, question number 12 now. Question 12. Which human organs are studied by a nephrologist, a hepatologist, and a proctologist? Which human organs are studied by a nephrologist, a hepatologist, and a proctologist? For 3 points. Question 13 then for another 3 points. Which 3 American states begin with the letters L, R, and U? Which 3 American states begin with the letters L, R, and U? 1 point for each again. See how well you do with that one. 2 more questions remaining in this round. Okay, question 14 then. Put these takeaways into the correct order with the most outlets in the UK first. McDonald's, Subway, Greggs. Put these takeaways into the correct order with the most outlets in the UK first. McDonald's, Subway, and Greggs. Put them in the correct order with the most outlets in the UK first. I imagine that number's going to be going down, unfortunately, for the businesses, I guess. And it probably has been declining over the last year, hasn't it? Lots of places like that struggling, unless they can deliver, I guess. Which they don't. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Yeah, like restaurants, locations, Jan, to put it into other words, I guess. Somebody not from the UK would understand. Yeah, different venues. And your final question then for 3 points. Question 15. Which 3 brands sold the most digital cameras in the UK last year? Which 3 brands sold the most digital cameras in the UK last year? Again, 3 points if you get them in the correct order. I'm going to go up and do a repeat of question 6 now, as I was asked by Dave earlier. So question number 6 was, what are the names of the voice-activated personal assistants that are made by Amazon, Apple and Microsoft? The names of their voice-activated personal assistants. Jan says, oh, thank you. In Poland, we only have fashion outlets and electrical, but that is, I guess, it's difficult to estimate which restaurants has the most electrical outlets across the UK. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what we mean when we say that. And number 9, 7 and 9. Okay, so Maddie's asked for 7, and then you both asked for 9, you and Dave. Okay. So question 7 was, what does the French phrase raison d'être mean in English? And number 9, who were the last 3 British Prime Ministers to attend Oxford University? 1 point for each. Nicola, yes, question 15 is specifically about digital cameras. So not just those that would be inside a mobile phone. Specifically. I know, people still buy them separately. You got to be really into your photography, I guess, haven't you? When it comes to personal usage of them. But this is, all usage, just sales in general. Which 3 sold the most? No problem. All right. Any more for any more before we go through the answers? Do let me know. And I'm going to make a start. We'll see how well you did in this round. Whilst I wait to see if there are any more, I'll give you a couple more seconds for that. I will do shout-outs, Patreon shout-outs. So there are 2 people who I don't actually know how often they watch the live shows, but they do support me on Patreon and they do support me elsewhere. So I'm going to give them a shout-out anyway and let them know that it happened tonight. So the shout-outs today go to Paul and to Alexandra. I know you never watch on the live shows, and that's fine, but I really want to say thank you for your support. It's much appreciated. Really means a lot that you continue to do that, and the fact those 2 have done pretty much from day one, as a couple of other members have. So yeah, really appreciate it. If you would like to get some rewards as well for that, you can check out the link in the description, and you get great quiz rewards for yourselves too for supporting me that much further. Thank you. Jan says, I have a Huawei P30 Pro and I am blown away by the photo capabilities on that phone. Yeah, I don't mind Huawei. It is Huawei. I pronounced the H just then, but it's just Huawei. I heard it said in a professional capacity not so long ago. It's just Huawei. But I don't think the phones were particularly reliable, although yes, the camera quality can be very good. That's good to know though. Yeah, I don't know about that one specifically. I'm happy with my Samsung myself, always been a Samsung guy. Okay, let's go through the answers. Question number 1. Which flavour of Heinz soups were the 2 best sellers in the UK last year? They were cream of tomato and chicken soup. About the only 2 I eat from regular flavours that you normally get. Cream of tomato and chicken for 2 points. Question 2. The eruption of which volcano devastated Pompeii? That was Mount Vesuvius in AD 79. Question 3. The abbreviation BNP means British Nationalist Party. Question 4. James Bond likes his vodka martini shaken, not stirred. Shaken, not stirred. Question 5. Is a New Zealand coon a type of dog, pig or cheese? It is a type of pig. Question 6. What are the names of the voice-activated personal assistants that are made by Amazon, Apple and Microsoft? They are Alexa, Siri and Cortana. Please tell me if your Alexa unit came and went then. Right, question 7. What does the French phrase raison d'etre mean in English? It is reason to live or reason to exist. What is your reason to live, your raison d'etre? Question 8. Which cities are the capitals of Australia, Canada and Switzerland? They are Canberra, Ottawa and Bern. Canberra, Ottawa and Bern. B-E-R-N. Jew says you started my Alexa. Brilliant. Alright, I won't say it again. I promise. Right, question number 9 now. Question number 9. Who were the last 3 British Prime Ministers to attend Oxford University? They are Boris Johnson, Theresa May and David Cameron. Question 10. What was Marilyn Monroe's real first name? If you can remember the song Candle in the Wind, the original version, Elton John says it in the song. It is Norma. Her full name was Norma Jean Mortensen. Hence the lyrics in the song. Question 11. Which roads were a UK hit single for Chris Rea, Elton John and the Talking Heads? We have Road to Hell, Yellow Brick Road and Road to Nowhere. Question 12. A nephrologist, a hepatologist and a proctologist study the following. It is kidneys, liver and intestinal tract, to put it politely. Words to that effect. You can have a point. Question 13. Which 3 American states begin with the letters L, R and U? It is Louisiana, Rhode Island and Utah. Question 14. Put these takeaways into the correct order with the most outlets in the UK first. McDonald's, Subway and Greggs. The correct order in first place with 2,229 outlets at time of writing is Subway, then Greggs with 2,050, then McDonald's with 1,300. You'd have thought McDonald's would be higher up. I mean, at least I would have thought. Maddie says, my friend asked me why I spoke so softly in the house. I said I was afraid Mark Zuckerberg was listening. She laughed, I laughed, Alexa laughed, Siri laughed. I love that. Jew says, what? What are you shocked about? The order of the takeaways? Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Question 15, the final question. Which 3 brands sold the most digital cameras in the UK last year? In first place, it was Canon. Then in second place, Sony. And third was Nikon or Nikon. Nikon or Nikon. You did not need to put those in order, okay? You didn't need to put them in order. As long as you named the 3, then you have 1 point for each. Jan says McDonald's for life. Ugh. We've convinced our kids they sell cardboard food there. Never. I've said this before. Nothing against the people that work there, because I used to work there when I was a teenager. But because of that, I would never go back. That's just me. There are plenty of other places you could go for food. Yeah, Jew is shocked at that, yeah. Ed says Subway has lots of kiosks. I think of 2 at Reading Station alone. Yeah, that's a good point. They have smaller venues, don't they? Dave says 25 points. Maddie says 1 point for 3. 1 point or 3 for number 3. Number 3 is for 3 points. The BNP question, 1 point for each correct word. So yes, 3 points for that one. 24 points for Blackpool Bar Stewards, 25 for Team Bath, 26 for Diva. Excellent scores, well done. Jan says, fish and chips on the Trident in Swindon. Good stuff. Yeah, we love our fish and chips in the UK. Definitely. I haven't been back to Swindon where the office is, where we both used to work, where I still work, since March last year, I guess. Yeah. Sue and James, 27 points. 27 for Team Bath then, yes. Give yourselves the extra points if you didn't realise that for the BNP question. It is a 3-pointer. 30 points for Let's Get Quizzical. Wowzers. Good score. I'll wait until all the scores have come in and then I'll tell you how much that round was in total for those interested. And then we'll move on to our third and final round of the live show at least. 29 for half a dozen. Another good score. Well done. You are good with your potluck. 27 for me too. Well done, Gabby. Good score. Jan says, I promised my wife that once she will get her UK visa and travelling ban will be lifted, then we will go to Swindon for a few days. Oh, yes. the beautiful place known as Swindon. Oh, dear. You old romantic. In fairness, there are some great places to eat in Swindon. Not just fish and chips. There's the Japanese restaurant opposite where the office was. Kenzo's, I think it's called. Kenzo's? I can't remember exactly. I might be making that up, but there is a Japanese place we've had a few times there. It's phenomenal. Yeah. Let us know when you come over, though. You know we'd love to meet up with you if all's well. 34 points for G-Force. In the meantime, Jan says 23 points for me. Royal House in Black have got 31 points. Luke's 24 points. Also 27 then. Flipping McDonald's, Dave says. In other words, yes, I know. I honestly thought that would have been higher up in the list. I really did, but apparently not. Only 1,300. Right, I'll say 1,300. That's still too many. Goodness me. Goodness me. I wonder where Burger King's up on that list. Much prefer Burger King. There is a street in Swindon, Meserec Way, for those who don't know. Meserec is my last name. Oh, yeah. Yes. I think you might have mentioned that before. Yeah. Or told me before. Yes. Right, let's go on to the next round. Let me just check. Yeah, Kenzo 72, Jan. That's the restaurant. Look that up if you haven't been. It's literally across the street from the office. Anyway, let's move on to round number 3. And as advertised, up there, Child's Play. Okay, so what I mean by Child's Play, the round is connected to the literal word child or children or childs. So the question can be anything around that. And you'll get the gist of it as we go along, I'm sure. It's pretty straightforward, really. It's essentially another potluck round, but there is a theme to it. So that's where you know your head needs to be at as we're going through these answers, okay? Right. Our final round then of the show. Question 1. What was the name of the murderous doll from the films Child's Play and various other spin-offs and sequels? What was the name of the murderous doll from the film Child's Play? I had to get the obvious question out of the way first, didn't we? Given the name is called Child's Play. What was the name of the doll? Question number 2. Who had UK hits with songs called Jesus to a Child, Children of the Revolution, and Friday's Child? For 3 points. Who had UK hits with songs called Jesus to a Child, Children of the Revolution, and Friday's Child? 1 point for each. Question 3 now. Question number 3. What is the name of the BBC's Children in Need teddy bear mascot? What is the name of the BBC's Children in Need teddy bear mascot? Speaking of TV, because that is a show that's on TV, is anybody else watching The Masked Singer? That's kind of taken over in our house. It's absolutely taken over. Doing research into who it could be for all of them, honestly. Gone mad. Don't normally get like that with shows like this, but for some reason this year, maybe it's because there's not much better to do. I've been getting really into Masked Singer this year. It's quite fun. Right, your next one then. Question number 4. In which village do the children's TV characters called Penny Pocket, Josie Jump, and Susie Sweet live? This is a 1 point question. They all live in the same village. In which village do the children's TV characters called Penny Pocket, Josie Jump, and Susie Sweet live? Okay. Gabby says, I love The Masked Singer. It's so good. I mean, it's terrible. It's awful TV, but it's also compulsive viewing. What does my head in is that the judges, there's the one thing that really annoys me. The judges know damn well who some of these people are. Like Blob, the one who's dressed as Blob, was the most obvious one. And most of them have worked with that person before. I won't spoil it, I don't think, because people might want to go back and watch it. But it was the most obvious one of them all. And the guesses were ridiculous. So that annoys me. But I like the show in general. I had a feeling you might like that one, actually. Have you figured out who Dragon is, Gabby? I think there's a few possibilities there. Right, your next question is question 5. Robert Winston hosted which BBC TV programme that followed 25 children from birth until they became adults? Robert Winston hosted which BBC TV programme that followed 25 children from birth until they became adults? Question number 6 is for 3 points. According to the nursery rhyme Monday's Child, what attributes have Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays children? According to the nursery rhyme Monday's Child, what attributes have Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays children? 1 point for each. Gabby says, yes, it's terrible, but I can't stop watching. Yes, I have a few ideas for Drag On. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a couple. There's a couple that I thought. I'm pretty sure I know who Sausage is as well. Yeah. If you haven't watched the show, you're going to be like, what? Sausage? Dragon? Blob? What are you on about? You got to look it up on YouTube. It's so funny. I love all the puns. As you clearly saw earlier on, I do like a good pun, and the show is stacked full of them. Every 5 minutes at least, there's at least 5 more puns. It's brilliant. It's very silly. Okay, your next question is question number 7. Which branch of medicine relates to the care of children? Which branch of medicine relates to the care of children? No, you do not have to spell it correctly. As long as it looks close enough, I'm sure you can work out and give yourself a point. Yeah, it is just that annoys me about the show. Some of them... I'm all for having a funny guess every now and then, but when they're guessing seriously, but it's also so obvious who it is. Oh, so frustrating. And then all of a sudden, just before they're unmasked, oh, now I suddenly know who it is. It's this person, I reckon. Yeah, of course it is. We worked that out in week 1. Oh dear. Bugs me. It's a very funny show though. Okay, question number 8. Which child stars played Richie Rich, Wednesday Addams, and Hannah Montana on film? Which child stars played Richie Rich, Wednesday Addams, and Hannah Montana on film? 1 point for each. Jenny says Sandy Toksvig. Sandy Toksvig? What, for Dragon? No. No. Does anybody mind, by the way, if you think you're probably going to get into serious spoiler territory now if you haven't watched the show? I suppose it doesn't really matter if you haven't. If we only talk about the ones that haven't been unmasked yet. Courtney Act is a name I've heard banded around for Dragon, and Sue Perkins as well. Sandy Toksvig. I'd be amazed if that's who Dragon was. It'd be great, but I'd be amazed. Right, question number 9 now. Question number 9. Who wrote the worldwide best-selling book called The Common Sense Book of Baby and Childcare? Very, very famous. Who wrote the worldwide best-selling book called The Common Sense Book of Baby and Childcare? I will also go as far as to tell you that variations of this question about this person is a very common pub quiz type question. Regulars to the quiz, of my quizzes at least, will have heard questions about this particular person a fair few times over the years. I won't give any more clues. That's already enough. So who wrote the worldwide best-selling book called The Common Sense Book of Baby and Childcare? Question number 10. Under what name did Kelly, Michelle and Beyonce record songs? Under what name did Kelly, Michelle and Beyonce record songs? Who do you think some of the others are? Yeah, the dragon is too tall for Sandy, surely. Who do you think some of the others are? Put the guesses in the comments for that as well if you do watch the show. Right. Right. Next question is question 11 for 3 points. What were the names of the dog, the cow, and the rabbit in the Magic Roundabout? What were the names of the dog, the cow, and the rabbit in the Magic Roundabout? 1 point for each. Finally, a question I know the answer to, Jan says. I thought it would be 0 points for me. Ah, you got that one back then. Okay, good. Yes, Aston Marigold, definitely Robin. Definitely, yeah. I think we discovered he sang Rockin' Robin at some point in his early career or at school or something. And it's quite well known that he did that. So, yeah, definitely. Sounds like Aston Marigold to me. Good shout there. Magic Roundabout, the one in Swindon? No, Jan. It's in fact, I can tell you now, it was a children's programme. I'm sure you must have heard of it before, but if you haven't, again, get on YouTube. It was made in the 60s. 1964 was the first episode of Magic Roundabout. Sheridan Smith for the sausage, 100%, and agree with Aston too. It's not Sheridan Smith. It's Joss Stone. Sausage is Joss Stone. I've seen so many now. Sheridan Smith. Oh, I mean, it could be, but nah. I'm 90% sure it's Joss Stone. There's Joss sticks in one of the videos as a clue. It's right there. And there's others as well. Question 12 now for 2 more points. What were the Christian names of Derek and Rodney Trotter's 2 children? 1 point for each. What were those first names of Derek and Rodney Trotter's 2 children in Only Fools and Horses? 1 point for each. Billie Piper for sausage. Yeah, we thought she was at one point early on. And Stacey Solomon as well. But in the opening of the show on Saturday just gone, they sang that awful, awful song by the Ting Tings as the group song. That's Not My Name. And she literally says, they call me Stacey. And Sausage is the one that sings that line. And And I'm thinking, that's too on the nose. It can't be her anymore. And then I saw all these clues for Joss Stone. I was like, yeah, okay, it's probably her. And she's been given clues on Instagram saying that she's not telling people what she's up to on these particular days. So, yeah, that's where that's going. Stacey Solomon, no. Yeah, well, there you go. I just mentioned her. I did think it was her until recently. Question number 13. Who wrote The Railway Children? Who wrote The Railway Children? You can give me the full name or the name it was known as in print. If you can't remember the first name, that's fine. A bit like you've got J.K. Rowling or J.R.R. Tolkien, you can give me the name in that format or the full name if you want. Either way, you get a point. Yeah, Maddie says Sheridan Smith as well. It's quite a popular guess, but I've been convinced it's Joss Stone by the some of the other clues. We shall see. Maybe we'll find out on the weekend. Maybe this is the weekend. Badger's the one. Badger's brilliant. Badger's got to win it. That's one we haven't spoken about yet. Question number 14. Question 14. What names have Jamie and Jules Oliver given to their 3 girls? Good luck with this one. For 3 points, what names have Jamie and Jules Oliver given to their 3 girls? You need to get the full... If you get the first names, then you can still have points. But do let me know how well you do if you get their middle names as well. Crazy names. I mean, very cute names, but crazy all the same. Jamie and Jules Oliver, what names did they give to their 3 girls? First names only will do for the points. And wouldn't you just know it, question 15 is for a whopping 6 points. I'll give you a moment though to think about those names, and then we'll go into that. Let me know as well any repeats you might want. As always, I'll do the repeats for you as well, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay, your last question. What does the acronym UNICEF stand for? So 1 point for each correct word. What does the acronym UNICEF stand for? And on the off chance you've never heard of it, there's the acronym in the comments. Have a guess. Picture round will be posted. Just a reminder, picture round will be posted at 9:30. So come back to the page or set reminders or notifications on if you haven't done so already, so that you get those notifications whenever I post anything. And do have a look as well. If you watch The Chase or if you watch Eggheads or both, go back through my posts or check out my Twitter and Instagram feeds at Big Quiz Night In. Have a look at that thing I created. You get 6 virtual pounds to spend, and you have to choose which of the quizzes from those shows you would want on your pub quiz team. It's quite fun to work out, and I think I've put them in the right tiers, with some are more expensive than others based on how good they are. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to put together. Have a look at that, share it with people you know, watch those shows if you want, no problems there. Same for all the other picture rounds, all there for you to use and to share with everybody. Okay, any repeats for that round as we've now finished it? If not, we'll go straight through the answers. Don't forget to click the link in the description of the video. One link is for Secret Santa 365 to support the charity. That way, Laptops for Learners is out there. If you have any laptops or any devices that could be useful for them to hand to children who are studying from home, do consider donating to them. And then the other link is for following me and everything I do, including buymeacoffee.com for an online tipping service, and Patreon for your monthly rewards as well from Big Quiz Night In. Right, please repeat 4, 5, 6 and 13. Oh my goodness, Diva. Okay, right. Question 4 was, in which village do the children's TV characters called Penny Pocket, Josie Jump and Susie Sweet live? The same village, they all live in the same place. So it's a 1 point question. Penny Pocket, Josie Jump and Susie Sweet. Name the village. Question 5 Robert Winstone hosted which BBC TV programme that followed 25 children from birth until they became adults? Question 6. According to the nursery rhyme Monday's Child, what attributes have Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays children? And question 13 was who wrote The Railway Children? Any more repeats? This is your last chance before we go through the answers. Jude says, I used to watch it so much with my son, always wanted to visit that place. Now the tune is in my head. Hold on. Which place? The one for number 4? Diva says cheers. You're alright, you're welcome. Yeah, for I imagine it's for number 4. I can't imagine what other ones it's going to be now. Unless you're thinking about the Magic Roundabout number 11. Alright, no more repeats coming in. So, Jan says, in the meantime, Inter 1, Juventus 2. Oh, yes, I forgot you're a Juve fan, aren't you? Excellent. Right, well, at least your team's doing better than my team, mate. I'll tell you. Not happy with them. I need to get their act together. Right, let's go through and do the answers for the Child's Play round, and then we'll let you go. So, question number 1. What was the name of the murderous doll in the film's Child's Play? It's called Chucky. Horrible films. Horrible. I mean, I know horror films are horrible anyway, but ugh, don't like that. Question 2. Who had UK hits with songs called Jesus to a Child, Children of the Revolution, and Friday's Child? George Michael, T-Rex, and Will Young. Question 3. What's the name of BBC's Children in Need teddy bear mascot? It is Pudsey. Pudsey Bear. Question 4. The village where Penny Pocket, Josie Jump, and Susie Sweet live is Balamory. Question 5. Robert Winstone hosted Child of Our Time, which followed the 25 children from birth to adulthood. Question 6. In Monday's Child, Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays children are full of grace, have far to go, and are loving and giving. Jude says, Balamory, this is the story in Balamory. Where would you like to go? Yeah, we used to like that in our house as well. Question 7. The branch of medicine that relates to the care of children is paediatrics. Question 8. The child stars that played Richie Rich, Wednesday Addams and Hannah Montana are Macaulay Culkin, played Richie Rich. Yeah, he wasn't just in Home Alone. Wednesday Addams was played by Christina Ricci, who I would like to see come back and play Morticia Addams if they do a remake of The Addams Family. Chrissy and I have spoken about that a couple of times. And that would be pretty cool. And Hannah Montana would be played, or was played, by Miley Cyrus. Mandy says, I'm Wednesday Child, full of woe. Ah, I don't know which child I am. I think I'm Thursday's child, actually. I think. I have to ask my mum. She always remembers these things. Question 9. Who wrote the worldwide best-selling book called The Common Sense Book of Baby and Childcare? It was Dr. Spock. No, not the one in Star Trek. That's Mr. Spock. This is why I say it's a common pub quiz question, or subjects about this are Dr. Benjamin Spock, back in 1946, first published The Common Sense Book of Baby and Childcare. Just so happens to be his name. But Leonard Nimoy and various others since then played Mr. Spock in Star Trek. Question 10. Under what name did Kelly, Michelle and Beyonce record They Were Destiny's Child? There used to be like 8 different members in that band when they first started out, or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, the main 3 where they were most famous, Destiny's Child was the name of the band. Question 11. What were the names of the dog, the cow and the rabbit in Magic Roundabout? They are Dougal the dog, Ermintrude the cow, and Dylan the rabbit. Question 12. What were the first names of Derek and Rodney Trotter's 2 children? It's Damien and Joan. Question 13. Who wrote The Railway Children? That was E. Nesbitt or Edith Nesbitt. Question 14. The names of Jamie and Jules Oliver's 3 girls are Poppy Honey, Daisy Boo, and Petal Blossom Rainbow. Poppy, Daisy, and Petal will be enough for the points. Question 15. The acronym UNICEF stands for United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. 1 point for each correct word. So there's 6 points up for grabs there. Let me know how you get on in the comments. If you need a repeat of any of those answers, I can do that as well. But put your team scores in the comments. Let's see how well you did. Now you know those are the scores. Whilst you're doing that, final reminder for you all that notebooks are still available. If you'd like one, let me know. You just need to PM me on Facebook, either to the quiz page or to myself directly if you wanted to. And then you transfer the money over and I send it out to you as soon as I can. So there's still a few left. Please do let me know. £8 delivered to mainland UK. Delivery fees apply if you'd like one sent internationally, but it'll only be at cost, okay? I won't charge extra for international delivery, only what it costs me to send it. 26 points for Blackpool Bar Stewards, 19 points for Diva. Keep the scores coming in. Excellent, well done. 22 from Dave and Teresa. Thank you, Jay. 25 for Team Bath. 25 for the Royal House of Black. 27 for Let's Get Quizzical. 9 points for me, mostly thanks to my wife who used to work at UNICEF. Wowzers, that's good knowledge. Fair enough, mate. Well done. 26... Please, 26 points. You got 26 points. Well done to half a dozen. Keep those coming in. I shall read them all out as we go. 23 there for Gabby. Well done. 30 for G-Force. If you haven't done so already, if you're in the top fan group or if you follow me on Twitter, please do have a listen to today's little quiz. The subject of those 3 questions is about theatres, just random topics I choose all the time for these quizzes. So give that a listen, see how you do, because I'm going to be posting the answers a bit later tonight for that one. Sarah says, thanks Chris, my internet is dying, so going to go now. Going to go say goodbye now, possibly. Thank you for joining, Sarah. Sue and James got 23 points, another good score. Yeah, thank you all for joining in tonight, guys. Just the last few comments, see how your scores were. Time for bed, Zebedee. Night, everyone. Good night to Blackpool Bar Stewards. Thank you for attending. We will be back next week with another quiz. It'll be same again in different subjects. Hopefully some Patreon suggested subjects next week. Hint, hint. Let me know, guys. There's plenty of time for me to get those quiz rounds sorted for you, or even just a question or two on subjects of your choosing. You are entitled to those, and if you're not sure what you're entitled to, let me know. Eric says, thank you for tonight and see you again next week. Yeah, thank you. So keep your comments coming in, guys. Thank you all for watching along. Do stay safe. And yeah, go steady out there. Let's hope that Tracy's back with us. Hopefully she makes a quick, speedy recovery. And hopefully she can join us again live next week. It's not nice to hear that any of you regulars or your friends and family have been diagnosed with COVID. So yeah, let's give all our well wishes to her and her family at this time. Thank you all for all the lovely comments. Hopefully we'll be back with Abby as well next week. Keep our fingers crossed for that one. She's got a great question lined up for you. We'll see how well you do with it. And look forward to the picture round coming soon, 10 minutes time. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers, good night.